Okay, so lastly, let's have a look at how we can maybe just do the design from the MX geometry and do such thing as a corridor model. So you see I've opened this drawing here where the alignment did the last change that we applied. There is a Civil 3D corridor in here, and as you see it's out of date. So this has changed in here, but if we do the rebuild on the corridor, that has all moved straight away. And drawings again, I have another drawing that's using this, but I actually have a surface on our Civil 3D corridor already made. So if we just make this save here, let's now open the drawing. So I have a drawing already set up where cross sections are based on Civil 3D design, and exactly as before, set up in the same way. As we come into the drawing, everything is reloaded. So you probably just saw a little step as it was loading and updating. And of course these are now Civil 3D cross sections where we have obviously the corridor, depths of pavement, curbs, etc. But you see you're still using a surface to do the labelling requirements that have in at least the UK and Ireland, but you see it's exactly the same method. So linked to the MX geometry, either just geometry or even design strings that could be coming out there, and a surface. The options are very flexible, and really it's extending the capability of a project team where they may have a mix of knowledge and disciplines to all work together in one nice, clever and organised way. So finally, let's have a look at how we can actually take data that is actually designed in Civil 3D and pass it back to Bentley MX as well. So back to the toolbox here, we have a Genio export. So similar in look to the importer, with various options, mainly on how to deal with the names within Civil 3D, because we have more than 4 characters to name objects and strings, and how to convert them over to the 4 characters within MX. So all these can be adjusted to suit, and also what is to be exported. So we support the ability to export the Civil 3D corridor, the alignment and profile, so converting it then back over to a geometry string for MX to read. Any surfaces that are in here also go across just as standard surfaces. So let's export everything that's within this drawing, and again making it a file of your name and choosing, and also ability to preview that file. So it gives you some details of the drawing that it's come from, any paths, dates, exactly, so you can monitor, obviously where this file's from and time. We do create Genio format strings and data, but one note that's worthwhile understanding is the geometry out of MX uses this input file as a mechanism to do design. So we've actually used the input file formatting to actually recreate the Civil 3D alignment back in MX to ensure a best fit, and also to give some flexibility for some changes back in MX. So this is the input part, so you see Align, and also you see the line for the profile. So that to an MX user is something that they can use, and then the rest is to create the corridor as offset strings and surfaces as normal. And final word of note, the export routine that we use in Civil 3D is using, as I said for geometry at least, partial input file technique, So that means that we cannot import this file back in Civil 3D because we do not read an import file within Civil 3D.